I'm Christopher Zweig, and today on CJ at the Movies, I dish on some new films starring Alicia Vikander and Jessica Chastain, Clint Eastwood's latest entry, and a gay musical about a boy who wants to be a drag queen. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Blue Bayou, and Justin Chong directs, writes, and stars as a Korean immigrant who was brought to America as a baby and raised in New Orleans, where he has an American wife, Alicia Vikander, her little girl, and a baby on the way. Unfortunately, he has to deal with his wife's cop ex-husband, played by Mark O'Brien, and his racist partner, Emery Cohen, who both arrest him. That, along with his criminal record and how he was brought to America, sets him up for deportation.
I just don't understand how they can deport him.
I was brought here when I was 3.
Can't we do something about this? I mean, listen to him, look at him, he's American.
ICE is targeting people like you, adopted or not.
I've been here for over 30 years.
You also have a criminal record.
Blue Bayou has a fine concept about Asian immigrants being threatened with deportation and violence, and Sean does a good job in front of the camera when his character adapts to life in the bayou, but the movie didn't really work for me. It's missing the right kind of direction and has us meandering around in familiar territories. I wanted the movie to do more than that. I wanted basis and understanding, but it somehow misses that opportunity, so skip it. Our next movie is Everyone's Talking About Jamie, a musical comedy based on a true story that introduces us to Mark Harwood as a 16-year-old boy who dreams of nothing more than becoming a drag queen, much to the disapproval of his teacher Sharon Horgan and his homophobic dad Ralph Ineson.
You remember when we was little and we used to play dress up? Well, for me, that's a game I don't want to stop playing.
I'm done with this. I wanted a son so badly. I got you.
He refuses to let anyone get him down and turns to Richard E. Grant as a former drag queen who gives the boy advice on how to shape his image and stage name, which he names himself Mimi Me.
You can't just be a boy in a dress, Jamie. A boy in a dress is something to be laughed at. A drag queen should be feared. You won't believe the power it gives you.
I don't just want to be one. I have to be one.
Stop waiting for permission to be you.
That's Lauren Patel as his Muslim friend, and she's one of the few female characters who believes in the boy. Everyone's Talking About Jamie is a high-spirited musical full of elaborated dance numbers, witty dialogue, and believable situations, as the title character has to overcome challenges regarding the homophobia in this world. It's a film that knows the stakes like most gay movies and is able to transcend from a stage play, which based a true story, to a film version, so check it out! Next up is Clint Eastwood's latest entry, Macho, which doesn't rank with his greatest masterpieces. The story involves him as a former rodeo rider in the early 80s who was asked by his former boss, played by Dwight Yoakam, to travel to Mexico to bring his son back from a lousy mother. The boy is played by Eduardo Minette, who has engaged in cockfighting in order to survive, and in Eastwood's custody, he can be a handful.
Get in the back.
We go and I tell you, okay?
Look, the only place you're gonna go is the hospital.
You get too angry. It's not good for you.
As with Eastwood's A Perfect World, he and the boy learn to connect with each other on the road, but unlike that film, Macho lacks the spark and depth of the legend's countless masterpieces. Some of the supporting actors are flimsy, while routine situations have to be provided, and they don't shake things up. Eastwood gives a good performance, and he has the right people to make the film look and feel like an Eastwood movie, but somehow he forgets his trademark on Macho, so skip it. And our last movie is The Eyes of Tammy Faye, based on the true story of the married televangelist Tammy Faye and Jim Bakker. They're both played by Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield, and they make their way on television, spreading the good word about the Lord to children and adults alike.
If everyone watching could double their pledge just for 1 month, God loves you. He really does.
We're not doing anything wrong, though.
Is that a question?
Tammy was known for her makeup and image, while Jim was known for getting himself involved in a scandal that ruined their lives.
I built you an empire.
You built you an empire.
The Eyes of Tammy Faye, directed by Michael Showalter, is a biopic that has a spirit and love for God, and it also shows us what showbiz has done to both Tammy and Jim, thanks to Chastain and Garfield's performances. It's a movie about the rise and falls of two religious figures and how they transcended from one point to the next. It's not a perfect movie, but it does overcome its obstacles and walks on water, so check it out. Now let's recap the movies I reviewed today. Thumbs down for Blue Bayou, which has its heart in the right place but never seems to have any direction. Thumbs up, however, for Everyone's Talking About Jamie, which has all the high spirits of a gay musical. Thumbs down, however, for Clint Eastwood's Macho, which misses the mark in comparison with A Perfect World. And finally, thumbs up for The Eyes of Tammy Faye with Jessica Chastain in one of her best performances as the televangelist. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels. You can also read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and listen to my podcast reviews at newhdradio.com.